welcome. If you're new here, my name's Kimberly and welcome to my vlog. Today we're going to do things a little differently. I'm coming live to you from the sugar bush here where we make our maple syrup. So I'm going to take you through my day today as I am just starting to tap our trees as the sap is starting to wake up now that we are entering into a warmer climate of a increase and decrease. And as the weather increases and decreases, it starts making sap. So I will take you through the day on how I am tapping. Stay tuned. So for those of you who don't know, my husband and I bought our hobby farm about 5 years ago. And we moved out here and we decided we would take a venture on making maple syrup. So we kind of started our own little thing, which turned into this, I don't know, production, you can say. And we now have a little side company we call MarkgrafMapleM'acres. And I will put a link to our Facebook business page where we post all about our maple syrup making, what we have for sale, and whatnot, and different recipes on how you can actually use maple syrup in baking and just day to day. It's just a little bit more healthier, more natural, obviously. We do our maple syrup a little bit differently than most big productions. We actually boil down our syrup, or our sap, into syrup over a wood fire, where most big industries use steam. So our syrup tends to have a little bit of a different flavor, more of a woodsy flavor, and it all depends too on the sugar content within the sap on the grade of syrup we get. So there's a lot of science behind it, and as we continue through the season, I will continue to carry you along and show you our boiling down, our collecting, and everything like that. So this might be a 3-4 video process. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely make sure that you hit like and subscribe so that you can follow us along in our 2020 syrup season. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you soon. So some of you may be wondering where I figure out when I'm drilling, where I'm going to drill in the tree to make sure that I am getting some sap. So right now our trees aren't active Today is a little bit chillier, but the sun is starting to get warmer. So with the weather prediction, we're going to be seeing mid 30s, close to maybe 40s here this coming weekend. So we're just tapping to make sure that we are prepared. So when I'm going to check a tree, we've been doing this for a couple years now, so we have a few holes. So we want to make sure that we're not going over any old holes. We just kind of find a new spot within the tree. And then kind of the common rule is to drill at about chest height. So we got some pretty big trees here, so we can get 2 to 3 taps in. So I had one started here. This one over here, I have 2 in. So it just all depends on the depth, the width, I should say, of the tree around. So this big one here that I got, the one started on, I'm actually going to be able to put 3 in. So I just find a spot where there's no previous holes, and then I take my drill bit, and I think I have a 1/2 inch one here, and I have these smaller spiles that I'm using. I do have some larger ones, but they leave a hefty hole in the tree, so it takes them a little bit longer to heal. So I try not to use those. I try to use our smaller ones. So I just find my spot at about chest height here, and then I just start drilling, and then I back out. And normally, if the weather would be a little bit warmer, my trees would be awake. This would be a little bit more wet. Oh, here, actually, look at there. If you can see, I got some juice. So that is sap. So this one is waking up. Yay. So we just kind of let it start draining out. Oh, here it comes. I don't know if you can see that, if it's zoomed in or not. But let me grab my hammer and we'll get that spile in so you can see it dripping. How exciting! All right, so here it is, folks. It's, let me see here if I can see it. Here is my hole. And it's starting to drip, if you can see there. So, let me get my hammer here and let me just set it right there. Whew. So just give me 1 second here. And we, my friends, have a dripper. Ta-da! And all that is watered down sugar. I dripped a little on my face. But it does actually have a sweet taste when it comes out. So when we start boiling it down, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker as we evaporate that water. So stay tuned as we continue this process. I'm so excited you got to see it sapping. Some of my other ones were not quite awake yet, so that's awesome. So we'll continue on this mission. We'll see you soon.